Hello everyone, this is Sarvahita, Assistant Professor of MCA Department from Rohini College of Engineering and Technology. I'm here to discuss a few topics of the subject MC4205 Cybersecurity. Here we are going to discuss about the topic Physical Asset Management and Industrial Control Systems. First, let us see what is physical asset management. The asset management continues to be one of the primary concerns of organizations all over the world. This assets drive businesses. Why do we need that? The modern businesses rely heavily on the physical asset to sustain effectively. The asset management process also helps the business derive more value from an asset and achieve the business goals. While the concept of asset management has been in existence over several decades, it continues to be an ever evolving domain. So, it is critical to keep the pace with the evolution and adapt to changes on the fly. How well firms embrace the change will determine which prosper in the years ahead. So, what is asset management? Asset management is a process of planning and controlling the acquisition, operation, maintenance, renewal, and disposal of the organizational assets. This process improves the delivery potential of assets and minimizes the cost and risk involved. Adequate maintenance and proper deployment of the systems, the people, and processes ensure a positive enhancement of capital over the asset life cycle. What is asset life cycle? The asset life cycle is the number of stages that an organization's asset goes through during the lifespan of an asset's ownership. It is the period that an organization can effectively and efficiently utilize an asset to accomplish its business goals. An asset life cycle typically covers all the phases of an asset's life from acquisition through maintenance and eventual disposal. Types of asset management. While the definition of asset management may differ from one organization to another, they can be vastly classified into three types: physical, financial, and contractual. The physical asset management stands for the process of handling the things like fixed asset management, inventory management, infrastructure, and public asset management. The financial asset management refers to the process of managing procurement, the developing an investment strategy, controlling the budget and costs, handling the cash, bonds, and stocks. Contractual compliance streamlines the processes like IT asset management, digital asset management, contractual maintenance, and management of intangible assets. The main points in managing the company assets or some of the biggest issues faced by the asset management in the hurdle with monitoring and managing the existing assets manually. The unstructured asset management process, a lack of authority to enforce the asset management policies, poor or non existent change management, little to no tracking and reporting of real time asset value and location, and inability to access the potential data risk or prevent it. What is an industrial control system? The ICS assets are the digital devices that are used in the industrial processes. This includes all the various components of critical infrastructure, power grid, that is water treatment, etc., manufacturing, and similar applications. A number of different devices are classified as ICS. Some examples include the programmable logic controllers, that is PLCs, remote terminal units, that is RTUs, human machine interfaces, that is HMIs, supervisory control and data acquisition, SCADA. ICS have been around for a while, and although they have been networked together for decades, they were often air gapped from the internet. This helped to protect them from the cyber threats by making them more difficult to remotely access and exploit. In recent years, the air gap has eroded, and now it is common to use an internet connected smart and IoT devices for remote monitoring and management of ICS. While this increases efficiency and usability, it also introduces new cyber security risks. With this new paradigm, ICS and IoT security solutions are required to protect the safety and functionality of these newly internet connected systems. Challenges of ICS security. While industrial control systems have the same security challenges as traditional IT environments, they have their own unique challenges as well, including high availability requirements. For ICS system in critical infrastructure, manufacturing and other industries, availability and uptime are the most important. So this makes securing these systems difficult as they cannot be easily taken down to install the security updates. Insecure and proprietary protocols. The ICS uses a variety of proprietary protocols, including many that were designed decades ago to support the long-lived components. These protocols often lack the basic security features such as encryption and access control and cannot be updated. Focus on detection over prevention. The IC's high availability requirements mean that the potential that legitimate operations will be blocked in a significant concern. So for this reason, the ICS security is often set to detect the attacks rather than attempting to prevent them. And overcoming these challenges requires the ICS security solutions designed to operate in ICS in unique environment. Threats to ICS, that is industrial control systems. What are the threats? Let us see. Attacks against ICS devices are intentionally or unintentionally cause loss of availability. Attackers can gain the access to these systems in a number of ways, including the lateral movement from the IT network, direct access to internet facing systems, phishing attacks to compromise the legitimate OT account credentials, exploitation of vulnerable IoT and internet connected systems. And ICS security solutions must provide a comprehensive protection against these and other ICS attack vectors. Let us see about the ICS security best practices. The ICS systems commonly lag behind the IT systems in terms of protection against the cyber threats. To start bringing ICS system security up to the speed, implement these best practices. So the first practice is perform ICS asset discovery. That is, many organizations lack full visibility into their complete ICS infrastructure. A full understanding of this ICS assets and their network connectivity is essential to security. Monitor network baselines. ICS networks should be fairly static as the devices connected to them rarely change. These networks should be monitored to establish a baseline, then to detect and alert on any network anomalies or new devices connected to the network. The next best practice is perform network segmentation. Historically, the ICS networks were protected by air gaps, but this is no longer the case. Security systems that were not designed to be connected to the internet requires the network segmentation with firewalls and ICS protocols. The next best practice is implement least privilege. Many ICS protocols do not implement access controls and inappropriate access to privileged and dangerous functionality. So this protocol is aware of firewalls should be used to enforce the access controls on ICS network traffic. Deploy an intrusion prevention system, IPS. So detection focused ICS security leaves an organization in the position of responding to existing malware infections and security incidents. An IPS should be used to identify and block attempted exploitation of known vulnerabilities in ICS systems and the legacy operating systems that they run on. The secure remote access. Remote access is often necessary for monitoring and management of ICS assets at geographically distributed sites. However, this access should be implemented using strong authentication, access control, and encryption to protect against the unauthorized access to and exploitation of these systems. Secure physical access. The physical access to the ICS assets can threaten their availability and enable the defenses to be bypassed. So ICS should be protected by both the cyber and physical security measures. Industrial control systems are complex and vulnerable, but they are also a vital part of critical infrastructure, manufacturing, and related industries. Protecting these systems against the attack without interrupting normal operations makes the ICS aware security essential. Thank you.